are riding the 2017 1290 Super Duke R by KTM. Yes, the front tire pressure is low. This bike has pretty advanced electronics on it, including TPMS, so it lets you know when the tire pressure is a little bit low. But that's okay, because we're riding at the circuit. We're at Indy Motorsports Ranch, which is just east of Tucson, Arizona. Now, this is a pretty special place. To be able to ride here, you have to, know somebody. Fortunately, we know somebody. And what better place to get reacclimated with the KTM 1290 Super Duke R. I've always loved this bike. I've always kind of joked it's almost like the street sport bike Harley Davidson should have made. This 75-degree V-twin, 1301cc V-twin. Like, this thing's a torque monster. This LC8 engine is just, it just pumps out the brute force. It's crazy how much torque this engine delivers. It's a little bit older in terms of architecture. KTM's had this engine inside its fleet for many years now, but they keep tweaking it. They keep enhancing it. This 2017 Super Duke got another batch of updates this year. Crankshaft is updated. Titanium, 4 titanium intake valves. Some other changes, boosting the compression ratio. Rev limiter is increased. If I recall, the 2013, 2014, 2015 bikes, they redlined, I think, right around just shy of 10,000 RPM, 9,900. This thing's got 500 more RPMs to play with. And that helps, with a V-twin. Every little bit of extra RPM really helps. And I'm really just amazed at what they continue to do with this engine. Not only does it have more power, it's smoother. It's a lot smoother. It vibrates less. And it's just a really fun motorcycle to ride. As some of us young bucks who used to love sport bikes, don't get me wrong, I love sport bikes. But as I rapidly approach my 40s, being twisted like a pretzel on a sport bike isn't the best. But these big bore open naked bikes, they offer a lot more comfort. The upright seating position, the wider handlebar, KTM with its less demanding rear sets. If you're a guy who can't find a lot of comfort on a sport bike, I dare you to ride one of these and see how you feel. This is a very comfortable motorcycle for riding in a sport manner. It's got the essentially RC8 sport bike type frame and swing arm. The suspension's a little bit longer travel, a little bit supermoto-like. I'm not going to say full supermoto-like, because it's not, but a little bit longer travel than a conventional, naked bike or a sport bike. And I like that because it delivers a really good ride. Here at Indy Motorsports Ranch, this is a bumpy circuit. You probably can't tell, but it's very, very bumpy. But the suspension on this bike works really well here. I like that you can adjust the rebound and compression damping settings without tools. Simple knobs atop of the fork leg, just like KTM's dirt bikes, just make it a little bit easier to adjust. It's also cool that KTM actually includes a little sticker underneath the rider's seat, so you know what settings are recommended for riding at the track, what settings are recommended for a comfortable street ride. And it just kind of helps you tailor the suspension to where you're riding. We started with the track setup on this thing and made a little bit of changes from there. Added some preload to the shock, which again, it's got that really clever preload adjuster that makes adjustment super easy, super accurate. Woo! The brakes on this bike, they are no joke. You know, easily the M50 Brembos on this thing are better. They're superior than some brand new 2017 leader class bikes on the market today. Yes, this bike has better brakes and the Bosch ABS on it. My God. If you've watched my reviews and read my stuff, you know I'm not the biggest ABS proponent, but this stuff on this bike, it's like magic. I don't even know why you'd ever turn ABS off. It works so good. And having the cornering ABS functionality, honestly, I haven't ridden the bike hard enough to feel how it even works. You know, we're riding on Metzler Sport Tech M7RR tires. These tires were introduced by Metzler maybe 2 years ago, and they're a great tire. They're substantially better than the Dunlop Sport Smarts that the KTM Super Duke used to come on. Those tires were not my favorite. I mean, they were fun to ride, but they didn't have a lot of grip. These things do have a lot more grip, but they're still a street tire, and you kind of have to be careful with them. You know, you can haul and go fast, you just gotta make sure you're smooth. But just knowing that the ABS is there, I haven't even felt it cycle, is cool. KTM, the 2014-2015 Super Duke R, that was KTM's first foray into electronics. You know, with MTC, its version of traction control, and they were good for the first try, but they were also kind of limiting. I remember that, you know, it was a good thing that had the electronics, because this engine has so much power that on those Sport Smarts felt like you would get in harm's way if it didn't have it, but yet at the same time they didn't have the best calibration. They were kind of, you know, coming too aggressively here, not enough there, no separate wheelie control, you know, you couldn't tune it, it was either on or off. And KTM's really fixed that with this 2017 bike. The electronics on it, I mean, not only do they feel more adept at going fast, there's a whole heck of a lot more adjustment. You can choose between the throttle settings, you can adjust the actual amount of traction control intervention on the fly while you're riding. It's really cool. Right now I'm riding in mode 6 of 9. The higher the number, the more restrictive the setting, and I don't really want to go any lower on these street tires. I think 6 is a good little middle ground for me, where, you know, the bike still accelerates, but not too much where I'm going to get myself in trouble. But it is cool that you can really adjust that. A little bit surprised though how much leeway KTM gave. Like, I can only imagine what setting 1 or 2 is like. My God, I mean, that thing must let you slide the bike like a crazy person. The adjustable throttle maps are nice too. I've kind of settled on the sport setting. The track setting is definitely good. I like it, but the engine's got so much power that it makes it a little bit intimidating for me, if you can believe that. Where sport mode neutrals things out, still gives full access to power, but just a little bit less sharp throttle response. Believe it or not, the street mode, the street setting, I thought was actually really good too. And when I was getting used to riding the bike here, I actually began in the street setting with the street traction control too. And I really liked that setting because it allowed me to get familiar with the bike. You know, I could get on the throttle pretty hard, and I didn't have to worry about the bike biting me. For sure, the electronics neutered the engine power in my drives a little bit, but I'll take it, you know, just to be able to get that confidence in the machine. So this Indy Motorsports Park is kind of crazy because, you know, it's all about turns, like turns. You know, this is, you know, a 600cc track almost. But the Super Duke R, it handles so well. You know, even though it did gain a couple pounds in the update, I think it weighs probably around 450, 445 pounds. You know, which you do feel at a standstill. In motion, very agile bike. You can put it where you want. Brakes work awesome. Stability is fairly good. It's definitely a little bit loose. The having that 6 inches of suspension travel out back, you know, the shock works good, but it does have a little bit of movement that can't really seem to get out of it, you know. But at the same time, it makes it real fun to ride. And it also pays dividends on the street. It just makes it so much more comfortable. Thank God for those Brembos. The electronic quick shifter with the downshift functionality is awesome. Don't even need to use the clutch. Just bang up shifts, bang down shifts. And that PASC slipper clutch, slipper action clutch works great. No rear wheel instability, no problems, just fun. And honestly, for a standard tire, these Metzler M7RRs are awesome. Yeah, I'd probably replace them with something else once I wore them out. But, you know, to be able to buy the bike and just buy it, you know, break it in, and then bring it out to the track and wear it, definitely cool to me. I really like that KTM tweaked the ergonomics on this bike. The riding position on the previous Super Duke R was, you know, I liked it. Kind of felt like between riding a dirt bike and a street bike. But this handlebar is a little bit more street friendly. It's a hair a bit lower, a little bit more forward. The bars aren't so much in their lap like they were last time. And I think if you spend a lot of seat time on this bike, you're gonna like that new handlebar. It's also cool that you can actually adjust it. You can roll it forward or back, tweak it for the way you like. This corner is always so tricky. For a motorcycle that you can really have an exhilarating ride experience, like just have a lot of excitement and adrenaline and fun, but be more comfortable. And I mean the looks of the dang thing, like those Kiska designers, man, they know how to design motorcycles. Like this thing looks insane. That LED headlight and taillight. We didn't get a chance to ride it after dark, but knowing how bright it is, just, you know, wheeling the bike into the van at night, it's gonna be a big plus for you guys who ride on the street. And I think, you know, for the asking price, $17,999, yeah, it went up $1,000, but you're getting a lot more bike. So right there, I was a little bit aggressive with the front brake going down that hill, and the ABS did kick in for a second, but it was very smooth, very seamless. I liked it a lot. It's great having electronics, making bikes easier to ride, easier to explore the lofty performance of these bikes. And even though KTM's temporarily out of the sport bike game, this bike has a ton of sporting pedigree. Look at that. That's fun. See that thing? This 1290 Super Duke's really going to appeal to the motorcycle rider who, you know, you probably had a sport bike, you really value performance, but you don't want to deal with the crazy sport bike ergos and the super track focused riding position. You know, as you get a little bit older, as you get a little bit less flexible, having a little bit of comfort in your life really ain't that bad. You know, and you still have the power. This engine has so much beans. It's fun because you can ride it with a point and shoot kind of riding style where you brake hard, you get it turned, and you just open up the gas and let her spin. And that riding style is ridiculously fun on this bike. Be it gear too high, doesn't matter because the motorcycle has the beans to pull it. And kudos for KTM to, you know, not rest on their laurels. You know, the Street Fighter, the big bore Street Fighter open class, it's a competitive market. There's a lot of great bikes from other European factories and now from Japan. So it's cool to see KTM wanting to get better, wanting to improve in some of the areas that they weren't the best. And if you're gonna want a bike that's gonna really excite you and has all the bells and whistles and looks cool and something you can ride to work, ride to the track, have that roller coaster like riding sensation, this bike is it. Kudos to KTM. I really enjoy this 1290 Super Duke.